Hello everyone, my name is Chris Johnson. I am here with my wife Destiny Johnson.
Hello everybody, you'll hear me but you won't see me.
We are making this video on behalf of one man who has this great ability to fool people into believing that he has a higher power than anyone on the planet and than anyone in the galaxy, anyone in heaven or hell. Steve Huff, I would like for you to stand up, take a bow, get you a round of applause for all your videos, all the money you've milked out of everybody you have manipulated, you have lied to, your fake videos, your fake cut up recordings, all these people that you supposedly talk to, dead celebrities. Man, you're one of a kind. You're awesome. I gotta say, you are awesome at lying your ass off. That's exactly what you're doing. Now, I'm going to point out quite a few key things here that are 100% true. Your astral doorway that you speak highly of, it reminds me of a ham radio from back in the 60s that you put a little bunch of doodads and lights in, and you've got these, voices coming out of this box. What?
A light bright?
Yeah, a light bright, pretty much. Now, I've also went and talked to quite a few, and I do mean quite a few priests about your videos.
Clairvoyance.
I have showed them your videos, and each and every one of their reactions were exactly the same. Steve Huff, you are in fact a joke.
I mean, hell, he gets more voices in his own place than you do in a cemetery.
Yeah, that's a mega thing here. If you've got all these voices, these hundreds upon hundreds of voices that come through your astral doorway, and let me explain something here too. An astral doorway is just another way of saying, what they call that, a portal for demons to come and go, for evil spirits to come and go through, to walk in and out of. And in order to actually open these portals, something evil had to have happened, or some major catastrophe had to have happened in that area for those portals to be opened. And one of the main things that can open a portal of evil is a Ouija board. Those things are 100% pure evil. And that's exactly what you're doing in your videos. You have these astral doorways of voices that talk to you. You know, Steve, I think it's quite amazing how people can go to the most severely, and I do mean severely haunted places on earth, cemeteries, churches, anywhere else, and not have near as many voices captured live as you do sitting at home.
I mean, hell, that newest video, let me look here real quick.
And you said that, and this is something I've actually reached out to John Carter Cash, and I explained to him what you did about you sitting here telling everybody that you pulled Johnny Cash out of hell. I don't think he's going to be too thrilled about that, considering Johnny Cash was a born-again Christian. So you telling everybody that Johnny Cash went to hell, that has pissed off a lot of people. And it also pisses me off to where you sit here and say that you have more authority to do these things, to drag people out of hell and put them into heaven. There's only two people who have that authority, and neither one of them name is Steve Huff. Their names are God and Jesus, and they don't give anyone else authority to do anything to anyone. So you telling everybody that you have this untapped ability that God and Jesus gave you, and only you, the only person on earth, to have these untapped abilities? No. Everything you're doing, all the videos you made, all the lies you have spread out, all the bullshit that you put all over YouTube, everything is 100% true in the fact of a cult leader.
Out of all the screenshots that I took from his last video, I count 13 supposable spirits that talked to him. And one of them said Ed.
And here's another thing. Aunt Rita, why in the hell would a woman tell you that she is Aunt Rita if you're not related to this chick? You've never met this chick. How in the hell would you know that she's Aunt Rita? Dude.
Ace, Ed.
And one of the spirits says, this is where you screwed up at. One of the spirits says it's 1965.
No, it's 1960 if I'm correct. I'll go right back to it right now. I've got that screenshot.
So all these spirits that you're talking to, they're supposed to be right here in this time? It's supposedly 50 or 60 or 70 years ago. Dude. By the way, you're lying about your spirits telling you there's going to be a great war. You're lying when your spirits tell you that the earth will end in 2020. I will tell you exactly how I know this. I've talked to over 100 priests. I've talked to over 100 preachers. I've talked to over 100 people who are highly religious and read the Bible.
Okay.
1960. Yeah. They all tell me the same thing. That it says in the Bible, and I quote, "No man in hell, no man on earth, no angel in heaven will know when the world will come to an end."
Oh my God. And this is coming from your wife, who is an ordained reverend, on top of being a clairvoyant.
Only God. One person, Steve. One. Not a whole bunch of random spirits that you got everybody out there make believe and they're telling you the world's going to come to an end. By the way, I want each and every one of you to know that these spirits that he supposedly has coming through his astral doorway, your little turn thing that you got over here is actually a guitar foot pedal. That's embarrassing, dude. His voices, they're not spirits who have passed away. They're not at all. It's been proven. And when I say proven, Steve, that means you can't argue with that fact. Proven means it's concrete evidence that you have been lying your ass off since day one. You also say that this is your life, this is what you do. Now that right there tells me that you refuse to get off your lazy, deadbeat, sorry little ass, go out there and get a job and stop mooching off of people's money. You are taking money out of people's pockets who are easily manipulated. And I'm sorry to say, folks, but that's exactly what he's doing to y'all. Y'all are being milked, y'all are being fooled, y'all are being tricked, y'all are being played by this monster who claims to be having higher power than anybody ever. And when you say you're a higher power than God and Jesus, man, that really just pisses me off. And you are scum. You are disgusting. And you actually want people to believe you? That's even more disgusting.
Well, it does state in Revelations that as the apocalypse is on its way here for the final battle between heaven and hell, that there will be a false prophet that will gather followers who believe him and think of him as a god.
Mm-hmm.
And that false prophet has made his appearance. He's made a YouTube page, and his name is Steve Huff.
Yes, sir. I'm speaking truth. 100% truth. You are in fact a false prophet. And that's exactly what you want all of your YouTube believers to have in their mind.
Which means being a false prophet and being treated like a god with these followers is the sign of the Antichrist.
And you are also like I said, all of your acts are that of a cult leader. Everything that you're doing, all cult leaders before you have did the exact same thing to a T. It's like you're following a script from what they've done. And it upsets me that people are actually going to sit here and fire back at me when I'm speaking the truth. You know why it upsets me? Because you've gotten that far, that deep into their head and twisted it, brainwashed, and manipulated their head so much to where you got them believing, do not listen to those who will talk against me. Listen to me. I am the truth. I am your light. I am God. I am Jesus. I will do these things for you.
I will pull you out of the depths of hell. I will send you to heaven.
Do you really expect me to believe that you and you alone have the power or the authority to pull a man out of the depths of hell and put him into heaven? No. No way in hell. Only God has that ability. And he damn sure ain't going to give it to you. You think I'm stupid? You think I'm retarded? Think I'm dumb? One thing no, Steve. I'm not your followers. I'm not easily manipulated. I'm actually quite smart. And I'm sick of you making YouTube videos milking money out of people's pockets. I'm sick of it. Start giving money back to those people. Start doing it. Stop saying you do everything you do out of love, compassion, and care when every single thing on your YouTube page has a money label beside it. Everything.
Yes, I have to say, God does have his prophets here on earth. That he has given the ability to see and hear and be able to speak. But Steve Huff is sure the fuck not one of them.
And this untapped ability that you say that God and Jesus only talk to you through this astral doorway, you're the only one who has the ability to speak to God and Jesus Christ one-on-one. Only you. You're the only one, right?
So the Pope can't speak to God or Jesus. Priests, reverends, fathers, ministers.
That's something else. It should actually bring us up a good point. The popes before him are severely close to God.
The archdiocese, archbishops.
But there's a huge difference here. How come, Steve, they have to use the same exact method that everyone else on earth has to use to speak to God and Jesus?
Which is prayer.
Which is through prayer. But you, Steve, you're the only person on planet. Wait a minute, doesn't that mean that you're also claiming to be above the Pope as well?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I've never seen the Pope use the astral doorway to talk to God and Jesus.
I've never seen an archbishop or an archcardinal ever have to use a doorway, a portal, and to speak to God or Jesus.
And I will say this. If you are supposedly talking to all these spirits, then your house has got to be so severely haunted that you are in fear of getting attacked by demons daily.
Well, I mean, either he's extremely haunted, or the house is extremely haunted, or he's a schizophrenic.
I think you might want to tone down on your pill dosage there, Steve. Because there isn't a pill on this earth that I can swallow that will make me believe you're bullshit. Not one pill. I'd have to be severely drunk and dying of alcohol poisoning to believe that spirits are talking to me through a microwave.
Or an amp, or a foot pedal, or a ham radio.
And if you all actually believe in Steve Huff, you all believe what he does out of love and compassion, then like I said, why is everything on his YouTube page about money? Now, what I'm about to ask each and every one of you is a very serious question, and it makes a lot of sense. Honey, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
When was the last time that Jesus Christ stuck his hand out to his people and charged someone for his love?
Never.
When was the last time Jesus Christ stuck his hand out in exchange for cash for his care?
Never.
When was the last time Jesus Christ stuck his hand out accepting cash for the people who he's healed?
Never. See, and you're on a great path right there. And I really love that subject because God healed the blind. He turned around and saved what back in the day and what now would be considered a prostitute, Mary Magdalene.
Mm-hmm.
Married her.
Sorry, TMJ.
As it is stated, they were married. He was baptized by his own cousin, John the Baptist. And that's another one who Steve Huff has named that he has talked to.
Yeah. Only you have the ability to talk to John the Baptist.
You know, he told people, you know, if you break the bread and you share it, it'll last longer. He taught people how to fish so they could eat for life.
Mm-hmm. And when was the last time that God charged anybody for love, care, compassion, healing him, anything?
Never.
So you mean to tell me God's never stuck his hand out and said, okay, it's time to pay up?
No, he has not.
Although I'm doing everything out of love and compassion for you guys, you got to pay up. Give me cash now.
He's never. And that's a good point. It's the churches that ask for a tithe. But God has also asked for a tithe in food and sacrificing of an animal, not money.
Mm-hmm.
He asked for a tithe of your love, of a portion of your respect to him, of everything that he has allowed you in this life to have.
And the bad thing about it is, I can actually sit here and go through all the things that Steve Huff does. Everything. And I won't charge one person one single red cent. Not one ever. I bet Steve Huff won't say that.
I mean, if you want a true person out there to help you talk to the dead, to get answers, go to GT Paranormal. Talk to Patty from there. She is great. Her son was murdered, or her son had died, and she speaks to her son all the time. And she has helped other mothers and fathers talk to their children who have passed and gotten answers. Where Steve is charging.
Exactly.
You have to pay him to be in a session to get answers for your child who was murdered.
Yeah, I think that was the most disgusting case I've ever heard, where a woman called up Steve Huff and said she would like to reach out to her son, who had passed away and was brutally murdered. And what did Steve say? If you can't pay to sit in one of my sessions, you don't deserve to speak to your dead son. This is your almighty Steve that said this. So, do me a favor. Everybody go to Steve's house. I guarantee you'll find thousands upon thousands of dollars of fucking cameras, furniture, everything in this house, cars, big old lawnmowers. I bet you he lives in a mansion. And you know, the means of all of his cash flow is coming from people who he's milked money out of. But you'll never once ever hear God do something like this. You'll never hear Jesus ever do something like this. Because they don't believe in charging somebody. Their love comes for free. Steve can't say that. Steve won't say that because he knows it's a lie.
And as for Patty from G Team, you know, let her know that, you know, Destiny Johnson and Chris Johnson send you her way. Because I know for a fact she has not charged one person for her help to getting in contact with a loved one.
That's true. Steve, can you say you've never charged anyone? Nope. I can't. Because I'm going to get on YouTube and make me a whole bunch of fake videos and fake recordings and milk people out of their money so I can have a life. You're disgusting, man. You're despicable as hell. Flat out despicable. I've got no respect for you because a man don't pull this shit. You're a cult leader straight out, man. Straight out. And I still want my live YouTube session, and if you charge me 1 single rand cent, it will once again be proven that you do not do anything out of compassion and love or dedication, which we all know you don't. The hundreds of preachers I've talked to and showed you videos, they all say the same thing. What a joke.
Here's another good point. There's a lot of psychics out there that charge to hear what people want them to hear. And, you know, it's money, money, money. One of them was found, honestly, and it was all over the internet. Cleo, Miss Cleo.
Oh, yes.
Was a fake psychic.
I bet she's related to him.
You know, and it reminds me so much of Steve Huff being a fake paranormal person to speak with the spirits. I'm sorry, I can speak with the spirits and I don't charge nobody. And I'm not schizophrenic.
And I'm going to go and let you know right now, Steve, the only way that you're making contact with so many spirits, you're using one thing in a damn shrink electronic. Nope. It's a thin board called an Ouija board. And I guarantee you, I absolutely guarantee you that you're not in contact with nobody. You know why? You know why? Because your house will be so severely haunted that an Ouija board would be like, hey man, I ain't going nowhere near that.
Even a spirit board wouldn't touch that shit.
Exactly. But you see...
And there's a difference between the Ouija board and a spirit board.
See, the Ouija board, though, would get those kind of reactions. No. The Ouija board would actually get less of what you're getting. But it will be pure evil that you're unlocking. That's why I know you are a fake. You're a fraud. You're a charlatan. You're a cult leader. Cult leader. Cult leader. Everybody can get mad and say what they want. I don't care. I speak the truth. I speak common sense. Where Steve is going to continue milking, lying and thieving because you guys are allowing this to happen. You guys are allowing this man to walk this earth and milk money out of innocent people's pockets. You're a disgusting piece of shit, Steve Huff. And I guarantee you, you will never stop doing what you're doing. And that's a crime. You should be punished, you asshole. Where's my live session, Steve? Where is it, Steve? Where's my live YouTube session,
I've
Steve?
got a couple
Where is it, Steve?
I'd love to talk to.
I bet
through him.
The only way you're gonna get that is you're gonna have to call up Steve, and you're gonna have him tell you exactly who it is, so he can ramp up some. Throw voices together and record it.
You've got to give him the whole storyline, like Miss Cleo.
Yep.
You got to tell your whole life story.
Fake. You know what that word means, Steve? Tell you what, Steve. I'll go you one better. If you won't give me a live YouTube session, go to my Facebook. I'm out there, son. I'm not hard to find. But I bet you will refuse to stand up to me because you know what I'm saying is true, bitch.